Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. My name is Adam. I am the Community Manager of Franchise Hockey. With me as always is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with the 2018-2019 Detroit Red Wings. Tells us one very important thing. We survived. We didn't get fired.
And still employed.
Still employed. And that is really big. Since the last time that we actually streamed, Adam, and by Adam I mean to myself as I'm referring to myself in the third person, we ended the stream on July 3rd. I simmed us all the way up to the start of the NHL preseason, which means I got to have a lot of fun as I started wheeling and dealing, which is one of my favorite things to do. Before we go any further, of course, we're going to take a quick look at our training camp development report, and we can see, yes, that is Pavel Datsyuk is back on Detroit. He's age 40 and he's coming back to play with us. Unfortunately,
one last season back from Russia.
He's gone down a little bit, as did Henrik Zetterberg, but Cam Fowler went up. Some guy named Antoni Honka, which we just picked up on waivers from Vancouver, who's a 5-foot...
Which actually looks like a bug. It looks like Vancouver sent him down, and somehow he wound up on waivers. They just drafted him.
Yeah,
so he shouldn't have technically been on waivers, and that's kind of cheating to grab him, but...
Well, too bad.
Since we're in big trouble anyhow, we'll let you take it.
So we grabbed him. He's only 5'8", but we're gonna send him in the minors and let him see what he can do. Nico Heishier has finally taken a big step up. He's 2.5 stars now, but he's gotten hugely better in a lot of categories. Our first overall pick, Joe Veleno, is only 1.5 stars, so we're probably actually going to end up sending him down to junior again, because he's probably not going to help us a lot.
And one other bit of good news there, Anthony Mantha, who's been a little slow coming along after his rookie year, has finally improved in what categories there, and hopefully he'll be taking on a bigger role this year.
Absolutely. We got Vladimir Tarasenko on the wings, which we'll talk about a little bit more in a few seconds. Justin Schultz.
Yeah, traded for St. Louis last year.
Yeah, Anthony Stolars, who is now our backup goalie, as we traded away Jonathan Bernier. Ollie Mata's improved. Andreas Athanasiou's improved. Thomas Tatar's improved. Basically, we've come out and we are a little bit ahead. Now, Vladimir Tarasenko last year, we made a trade for him. And, well, it got us a lot better. It was our second big trade, and I'm just looking at his stats here. But it cost us a second-round pick and a first-round pick. The second-round pick was from this past season, I believe. We had an extra one. But it was our first-round pick from this upcoming year. Now, we knew there was a chance we might get fired, so we figured, what the heck, let's throw it all in, see what we can do. But I'm a guy who likes to have his draft picks, as Jeff knows. And so I started wheeling and dealing. And so we can take a look at the transaction log here, and we can see a lot of the things I did. And the number one thing I did was go out and get us a first round.
Actually, if you want to go to the depth chart, you can get a good look at all of the picks at once.
All right, so let's go to the depth chart first then. And you can see I got us a first round pick from Philly, a first round pick from St. Louis. So we got St. Louis's pick back. They wouldn't give us our number one pick, but they would give us their pick. We grabbed a second round pick from Vancouver, grabbed third round pick from Buffalo. We still have our fourth, our fifth, our sixth, and our seventh. So basically, we stacked back up with draft picks and didn't get worse. So I'm pretty happy about that myself. What's your thoughts, Jeff?
People are asking if it's Mr. Z's last year. Nope, we still got 2 more years of Zetterberg after this one. So
yeah,
at least on the contract. We'll see how long he actually stays. Maybe he'll retire, but
yeah,
$6 million per year. Kind of hoping he retires sooner rather than later.
Absolutely.
Because we do have some young standards coming up. We've got 3-4 guys who can step into that role now.
So we'll take a quick look here at transaction log, just because of things you have missed. So I see what I did. So we ended off on July 3rd. I eventually signed our number one pick, Joey Veleno. We're probably going to send him right down. Former draft pick of ours, Thomas Reichel, we signed. Tobias Smead. We signed another draft pick. We signed Eric Comrie as a backup goalie depth, which we needed. We needed someone who, if both of our goalies got hurt, we needed somebody who could come in. I grabbed Patrick Hornquist for not a lot of money. So we traded away Griffin Reinhart and Thomas Carrick, two depth defensemen we weren't really using, to get a 4th, a 5th, and a 6th round pick. We re-signed Ryan Sproul on defense, and then added Alexei Vasilevsky as well. And here's this 1st round pick. So we traded away Brent Monitor, who we picked up on waivers. Cass in the chat asked, did you get Jaeger? No, Jaeger at this point had retired, I believe.
Yep, finally retired. I think it was last season.
So we have...
Yeah, it looks like he retired at the end of 2017 in this one.
Yeah, so we traded away Montour, those 4th, 5th, and 6th round picks we got from Philly, and got a 1st round pick back. We picked up another young defenseman on waivers, Marc-Olivier Allen. We traded away a couple more defensemen for 4th round picks. Traded away we had a goalie who was a half star, and he was fairly angry about being in the minors, so we traded him away and got a 4th, 6th, and 7th round pick, and got a 5th round pick for Alex Gordon, who we picked up in another trade. Basically, we took all those trades and we got another 1st round pick out of Philadelphia. We re-signed Kuznetsov to a 6-year deal, and we added, this is kind of a big ad for us, we added Sergei Mozetskin, who is a KHL player but has played, constantly puts up about 60 points in the KHL, so we're hoping
Columbus draft pick way like back 15 years or so ago, but never really worked out. And I think he had like a few games in the QMJHL, and wound up going back to Russia. But he's done well here, and now 37 years old,
bringing him back,
trying to see if he can stick in the NHL.
And we grabbed Maxim Chudinov on defense as well, just to bring a little bit.
Yeah, a question from Lakos1234 in the chat about how being able to tell what tactics are effective for your team. I haven't added anything yet on the actual strategy screen that gives you a little bit more indication about which tactics will be most effective. Still thinking about maybe doing that and exactly how to. But one thing you will get more information on in FHM4 is you're going to get pregame notes, which will tell you what tactics you're using, what tactics your opponent is using, and which player roles will be more effective at countering your opponent's tactics. So you're getting a little bit more information. I would like to get some more on top of that. So maybe I will figure out a way to get a little bit, tell you a little bit more in the strategy screen itself about what tactics are going to work.
All right.
Or at least give you a general idea about which ones are more suitable to your team.
If you remember, I'm also going to send down Joe Villano back down to the QMJHL. He's only 1.5 stars. I don't really see him fitting in on this team right now. I don't really want him playing.
Yeah, he's going to be a little strong for the Q, but if he can rip it up, get about 120 points or so this year, and his team is probably going to go deep into the playoffs with him around. So
absolutely. So we have a couple things we need to do, and I talked with Jeff about this. Excuse me. And this is one big thing. We are changing tactics. Now, we were previously on activated D because we have some D who can move the puck, but we're going to change, and we are going to adopt from the 1950s fire wagon hockey. And it can be seen in any league where we're trying to score goals and win games and win 7-6. So to me, that's what we want to do. We're also going to change our defensive tactic to the last one on the list, which is the 1-3-1 forecheck. Because I think for the most part we do have a fairly quick team now, and we got a lot of scoring around. So we're going to try and change everything. So I'm going to let the assistant create the lines here, and we'll take a quick look. Larkin, for some reason, is on the 4th line. We're going to move him up to the 1st line. We're going to put Mozikin on the 3rd line with Heeshire and Zetterberg. One of the other big changes with this is because we are playing fast-paced, we're going to make the times a lot more even. This is also important considering special teams is going to be key here. So our top line is only going to play 17 minutes. Our second line 16, our third line 14, and our fourth line 13 minutes.
Yeah, and I should mention here one thing you're going to see. You won't actually see them only playing 17 minutes. Their actual minutes played in the game will be more than that, just because of the things like special teams duty and the practical stuff of getting guys on and off the ice. The first line will tend to stay out there a little bit more than that.
Yeah. One of the other things we need to do now is looking at what's coming up in the draft. I feel like I'm going to cough, so if I do, I'm sorry to those of you who are listening. We need to add some more personnel. Currently we don't have an offensive coach signed, so let's just take a look who would be best for that.
And one other thing to change. You got Nico Hischier wearing number 1.
Do I? Oops. Okay, we'll get that in a minute.
Which also brings up another thing. We are in FHM4. There will be retired numbers, so you will not be able to give Terry Sawchuk's number to a 19-year-old center.
All right. Okay. We are going to go to... So team staff. Right now we have a number of scouts, but most of them are Canadian and American. We need to improve our European scouting. If we look at our finances, we actually have a ton of room to put into staffing. Our total staff expenses is $300,000. We have a budget of $9.8 million. So let's use that.
And we've got right now, I think we've got one Russian. That's pretty much it for European scouts. So need some Scandinavian guys, maybe a Czech, maybe a German, Slovak.
Yeah. Okay, so let's sort this by region. And let's find some... Central Europe. We got... let's hire this guy. Kazwe Bora. Yep, signed. Let's see. Good. Joe Gibbs is in Central Europe. Well, let's sign him then. If he wants to go to Central Europe, that's fine. Okay. We can also sign Peter Inchek. This is going to be very important for future draft classes.
Yeah. Didn't Inchek play for the Wings at one point after he was with the Leafs?
I
think he might have.
Add a few more Central, and let's keep going. Oh, Europe at large.
Question from Amano83 in the chat. If a player has reached his potential but keeps performing, can he exceed his current potential? Yeah, by a little bit. I mean, you're never going to get... Well, I shouldn't say never, but it's going to be very rare for a guy to go way above his potential, but there's always a little bit room for little possibility of improving beyond the potential. Just because of the way, in particular, the way mental and physical ratings work. There's no hard cap on those, so the potential is really just sort of estimating where they're going to wind up. So that will there is a chance that they could wind up doing better than that and go above the star rating you got potential in the game. And there are also a couple other ways where you can exceed even the ratings that do have hard caps on them.
All right, so we're adding a bunch more scouts. We've added some more former USSR guys. We don't need to scout Russia too much. I mean, lots of those guys will end up staying in the KHL anyways. So we'll continue. We'll hire another one for Sweden. We have Northern Europe. So Anders Steen, let's hire him.
Former Winnipeg Jet.
Yeah.
Assuming it's the same Anders Steen.
Kimmo Timonen, might as well sign him. Wants to scout. Oh, Timo Solani, we're definitely signing him. Timo Solani is scouting for us. So we've kind of nailed that. Let's add Bo Berglund as well. Up our scouting.
And since you got the money, it may not be, just for the heck of it, throw in a scout from Asia somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Grab
We'll get there. We got rest of the world, so let's sign a couple Chinese guys. Kai Wazanek for the rest of the world. Sign that guy.
And that way you'll at least get the Asian League coverage.
Where's the Japanese guy? Just Matsu Yamada. Done. We'll pay him to scout overseas. Korean Adrian Powell Dobritz. Hire. Alright. We have a lot more scouts all over the place. Maybe add...
Lycos, when you're getting that error message, what time of year are you trying to sign him? He may need to skip over to July 1st, the start of the next season before you stop seeing that college hockey message.
Alright, so we added some more guys in Stockholm. We'll add one more in Sweden proper. Or Vassardom. Western and South Europe. We can add a Turkish guy. I think we should add or French. Turkish or French? Tell me which.
French would probably make a little bit more sense.
Alright, we'll take...
There's a Turkish national team in the game, but you won't be seeing too many good players from them, if any.
Grab one. Let's grab one more. We will grab Hugo Guillaume. Alright, we got scouts all over the place now. Is there an Asia proper one or no? Oh, let's grab
scouting region?
Yeah. Let's just grab this guy from Bucharest too, because why not?
There's a few guys in there with specific areas in Asia, but I don't think there's an overall, just general Asia one.
I'm just trying to look at...
If you look at the Chinese and Japanese guys, you'll see a few guys with specific regions mentioned.
We'll grab this Chinese guy named Zhang Roglin also. Okay, so we've added a bunch more scouts.
Yep.
We've added a lot of scouts, and let's get them some jobs. Alright, so we're going to get lots of scouting reports. Alright. Playing our first game, we're going to sim out here because we're going to sim our way through this because likely with new tactics, we're probably not going to win a lot. And we lose our first game.
Lycos, about the college guys, that doesn't seem right to me. I'll have to take a look at that. Because he would be going to free agent. I don't think that's intentional. That he's deliberately refusing to sign until he becomes a free agent. Because I don't think I set it up that way. I got to go back and check though.
All right, we lose our first game 6-5 in the preseason, but we lost in overtime, so not bad. And we can't complain too much about that. All right, salary cap reminder: 73 million is lowest. Just double checking, and we are at 70.255, so we have lots of room. Amno83 in the chat says, I think Solani's too busy hosting TV shows and partying in Finland than doing scouting.
Good to hear he's enjoying himself.
Yeah.
Retirement.
Well, he also
Hall of
runs
Famer.
a steak shack in the States too, right? I believe. In Anaheim.
Does he? Where?
Yeah, in Anaheim. He has a steakhouse. Steak shack. Okay, so...
like an actual steakhouse or a steak and shake?
No, an actual steakhouse. We're going to leave Matt Murray and net play Ottawa, and we lost 5-2. That's okay. Losses are expected.
Yeah, main thing here in the off season, just get everybody a little bit of game work, and particularly the goalies. You want to ideally get Matt Murray warmed up for the season, get him on a little bit of a hot streak going into the year.
Yeah, he is currently on three fires. So. And we're flipping over to October.
That might be other, like I was mentioning, he drafted Svechnikov. He's got a brother too. I mean, that might be the guy you saw. the wings guy isn't that much of a prospect, but the brother is going to be near the top next year. Or wait, was he in this draft? No, I can't remember.
Oh, you can see the top prospect right now is a left-handed shooting defenseman out of Russia. So it's a good thing we're adding more overseas scouts. Oh, Matt Murray is up to 4 fired. I'm going to put Stolars in for this game. And we win 5-2, so we win our first game. You can see right away, we are scoring goals. And the goals are coming from all over. We got fourth line goals, third line goals, second, first line goals. That's the type of stuff you like to see, right?
Yep. Got some nice depth this year. I think we're going to do a lot better this season.
Yeah.
Which isn't really saying that much, but still.
Well, we can't do any worse. And we bought ourselves a bit of time to just relax a bit, too, from ownership perspective.
No, I wouldn't relax too much, but yeah, we got a little bit of space to work with here.
Yep. Justin Schultz is day-to-day. Let's see. So he has to be pulled out. Oh, he does have to be pulled out of the lineup, so he's coming out. And we have Chudinov coming in. I'm just going to see if I can sub Chudinov in for him everywhere. Power play, we'll put Chudinov in. He is a 3-star defenseman, so he can kind of just fall into the right spot. And plays game versus Carolina. You know, Stolars won our last game, so we'll play him again since it's back-to-back. And we lose 3-1. But Masikin got his first assist. And Calgary fired their coach. They were having a bad enough preseason, I guess, and ironically, they rehired Bob Hartley.
Oh, no, they shouldn't be doing that in the preseason. That's wondering if the check for that is including preseason games. It shouldn't.
4-1 win for us versus Montreal. Good. Datsuk's coming into scoring. Gotta love it. Uh-oh, 4 things. Nico Heeshire got hurt. Uh-oh. Datsuk got hurt. Oh no, he's gone for 4 weeks. 6 weeks.
No, he's 40 years old. I mean,
you heard a shoulder blade. Alright, let's get Datsuk on the injured list. Let's see, who do we have we can call up? Because we don't have an extra guy right now.
I'm thinking Bertuzzi.
Actually, Leipzig might be the guy.
Yeah, the problem with Leipzig, though, I think he's... Oh, no, he's still got 2.5-star potential, so you might... Okay, he could... Either one of them, I guess. Although Leipzig is the captain in Grand Rapids right now, I think.
Yeah, let's call him up anyways. Well, okay, we'll just wait and see if Heeshire can come back a little bit sooner than 6 games. Otherwise, we have to call somebody else up too. We'll keep an eye out on the waiver wire in case anybody shows up who's interesting, who might give us a little bit more depth. A few more injuries. Nothing too unexpected yet. Alright, so game versus Pittsburgh, and we still don't have Heeshire, so we're going to need to call up somebody else. Now, we also signed another Russian who I think is probably going to be the guy we're going to call up, is Evgeny Shvenkikov. He has 2.5 stars. He's only 21.
Yeah, that's a guy Lakos was just talking about in the chat, although I think he was talking about his brother. Yevgeny's the one wing zone right now. And what's Andre, I think is the brother's name. Going to be a big top pick for 2018. Just having a look and see who got him in this one. Yeah, Andre is in with Colorado in this game.
All right. Larkin got moved to the third line center. Okay, we're going to move him to at least middle center if he's going to play for second line. All right, we'll give this a shot, see what happens. Versus Pittsburgh. And we lose 4-2, unfortunately.
Starting to get slightly worrying at how many exhibition games we're losing, but still just a preseason. We got one more left, I think.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Nashville.
The tactics is what's going to hurt us.
It'll take a little bit to adapt to that. Just like the other game where our 1970s LA Kings game, we just changed the tactics on, and we're struggling a little bit to begin with.
Hamilton's hurt for 4 weeks.
Ouch.
So we send him to the injury list.
The injury's kind of hard this season.
And we are going to have to call up a defenseman. So who are we going to call up?
I'm thinking Liljegren or the Russian free agent you signed, Vasilevsky.
I think Liljegren's angry, but I think Vasilevsky's probably the better call here.
Yep, although we're going to have to do something about Liljegren eventually if he's not happy at being stuck in the AHL. He's one hard potential at this point, so he's not going to hurt us too much if we give him a little NHL time.
We don't really have room for him on defense at the moment, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. I'll wait until later in the year. Maybe we can make a move and open up some space, or maybe he's trade bait now. We're doing really well.
All right, we're going to use Stolar as the last game versus Nashville, and we lose 4-3.
No, we're losing, but at least it's only by 1 goal.
I mean, we did not get Cam Fowler converted to left defense. That's fine. Schultz should be back now, too, for the regular season, hopefully. One of the things you may have noticed when we were looking at the Grand Rapids roster is our Grand Rapids roster is very young. And we have a lot of half-star guys, 1-star guys, so we don't have a lot of depth.
Yeah, looks like Grand Rapids has signed a couple of veterans to play with them, but for the most part, all of our guys are 25 is one of the older ones, I think.
All right, so Nick Patan, Ryan Sproul, Andrew Kopp, Seth Griffith, and Quentin Howden all have to go on waivers. That's fine. Don't want to lose any of them. And we'll hopefully see if anybody interesting is on waivers who might be able to help us as well. There's a lot of news stories because a lot of guys got waived. We're going to go to front office, waivers, and take a look at everybody here.
Yeah, should be interesting to see if there's any other weird ones like that prospect that shouldn't have gone on there.
Brady Screggy is.
Say it again.
I can't speak words anymore.
How do you get that out of SKJEI?
I don't know.
I think it's Shea or something like that.
I'm gonna claim him even though he's hurt because we can put him on. He may become trade bait later.
So we should have first preference. Oh, Malcolm Saban is All those potentials kind of dropped off.
Yeah, a lot of the top guys are our guys, or former our guys. Tums Yurko. What's your feelings on Sebastian Landstrom?
How are we on right wing right now? He's not going to push anybody off the active roster.
No, but I'm just if we keep getting injuries, I'm just thinking he might not be a bad 13th forward.
I'm just wondering if we're going to grab a forward, maybe we should get somebody who's not at, 2.5 stars yet. Somebody who's a little farther down and won't be as unhappy when we send him to the minors.
Well, I'm thinking we just hold on to him on the roster. What about Brett Ritchie then? Well, he's maybe still.
Yeah, that might be a better option.
All right, we'll grab Brett Ritchie and see what happens.
He's a couple of years younger than Landstrom.
Okay, we got 2 guys. Is that it? Do we see anyone else interesting? Not really. Yeah, let's just try those 2 guys and see what happens. And so we hit continue, move to tomorrow. Chances are we'll probably get them because there's not a lot of waiver claims on guys going under. Interesting. NHL season preview. With the National Hockey League season about to get underway, the early Stanley Cup favorite appears to be Detroit, led by winger Vladimir Tarasenko.
Wow. How did we get up there all of a sudden?
Jack Adams has built a squad that will be the team to beat this year.
I mean, we did get a couple of big free agent signings in the off season, but
well,
wow.
let's just be clear on this.
Step forward there.
Yeah, we went from last place to last place to finishing or to being the possible Stanley Cup favorite. That is crazy. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think I need to maybe make a little modifier for that news story so it looks at last season's standings. Well, it's right. I think right now it's just looking at the overall strength of the roster, which is looking pretty good for us this year.
Take Leipzig out of. Should we send Leipzig down? Probably should, since he is the captain, eh?
Yeah, in Grand Rapids.
Send him back down. And we'll address Hisshire, and we'll wait till tomorrow in case Justin Schultz comes back. Yes, we have successfully claimed the 2 players we put in.
We're pretty much guaranteed that because it's still using the previous season standings, and we've got first on all waiver picks.
All right, Schultz is what? Oh, he's ready for contact, so he can't come back yet. But all right, so we have Hisshire in. Everybody's ready. Let us just create lines again. 17. You're still making crazy. Nico Hisshire, for some reason, is on our 4th line. That's not happening. Larkin is going up to the 1st line with Tarasenko. Hornquist? Is Hornquist a center? No, he's a right wing. Alright, let's give this a try.
Right wing, yeah.
In our first game of the season, we lose 6-2.
Ouch. So much for being the Cup favorites.
So much pressure. That's okay. Our tactics are still going to be fairly low. A couple guys on waivers. Nobody really interesting. Schultz could be back soon, which will help our defense.
I think we may start a little bit slow because of the tactics changes, but
we'll take a look at them before
that season.
We'll see how far we've come in the first, over the preseason, the first game. Schultz is getting ready. So we're going to take out Vasilevsky. Put Schultz in.
Yeah, it probably was Kalteva in the waivers, 183. He signed with Boston at the, I think, end of 2017.
It's 21. Okay, that looks pretty good now. Alright. Oh, yes. Strategy. We're going to look. So our Fire Wagon hockey we just started, we're up to the second, which means that's what will be for the 1-3-1-4 check. So we have a little bit of familiarity with it, but still a long way to go.
Yep.
Playing Buffalo. Let's see. We lost 4-0. That hurts.
Okay, particularly when we're supposed to be scoring a lot of goals with the strategy.
We had 5 penalties in the second period and 2 goals were scored, so that does not help either.
A discipline problem?
That's okay. We can recover. We have time. Kyle Clifford is now on waivers. Schultz is back. The good news is nobody's getting hurt. Knock on wood right now.
Yeah. And one other bit of good news, I just noticed we're pretty much set for contracts this year. I mean, the only guys left with 1 year left in their contract are, there's a couple of the Mozyakin and Dats who we signed out of Russia, but they're really only one-season guys to begin with. Hornquist, he's 31. And other than that, it's just prospects, really. This is 2 or 3 years at least.
Ottawa, we get our first win of the season. 3-1 win. Mozikin, assisted by Ekholm Zetterberg. Evgeny Shavenkov, assisted by Lucic and Fowler. And then Tarasenko buries a power play goal, assisted by Burns and Kuznetsov. Gotta love that.
Svechnikov's got a couple of goals already.
Yeah.
Not doing too bad.
Brent Burns is now hurt. Perfect. That's just what we need.
How bad?
This is day to day.
Okay, well, that's...
So he's out for the next game. And Vasilevsky's back in. And I'll just...
you guys are making me feel old. The last NHL guy that I actually played with, I think, was Len Barry, and he's been retired for, about 20 years now?
Well, Alright, let's try this now. So we gotta put Stolarz in net and sim the game, and we win 3-1, so now we're 2-2 on the season. Alright. Things are starting to turn around.
I'm 47. The hair dye helps like us. Keep the gray out. By the way, what's happening with Joe Hickett's, Adam?
We traded him away.
Oh man, that's a guy that my cousin's son played with last year.
I'm sorry.
Or ball hockey, at least in the offseason last year.
We traded him away to Philadelphia in that for the 4th, 5th, and 6th round picks, I think, and that helped to get us a first round pick. So he turned into a first round pick.
As long as at least got something. He probably wasn't going anywhere with us.
No.
So maybe he'll get into the NHL with the Flyers.
We'll just take a quick look here. Transaction log. He only had 1 year left on his deal, I think, too, which made the most amount of sense to trade him. Hiccups. Oh, sorry, we traded him to Colorado. I take it back for a 4th-round pick.
Oh, well, he should definitely make the NHL then.
He is currently playing with the San Antonio Rampage. 2 games played and playing 23 minutes, so...
Oh, right, Colorado isn't too bad in this game.
Yes, they've weathered the storm a little bit better than in real life.
Playing tests in FHM4 a few seasons in, it's not looking good for them long term. The Canucks are even doing better than they are.
FHM4, you say?
Yes, I said FHM4.
Ooh.
We've got testing is underway right now. We've got a beta testing team working on it, so hopefully we'll be able to give you some news about that very soon. Although I've been talking about here anyhow, so giving away a few of the new secrets.
Well, there's still lots kind of hidden around corners.
Yeah.
Saying as someone who's maybe possibly might have played the game. We're playing versus Toronto.
If what you're saying, reports you've been sending me without playing it.
Okay, we're playing against Toronto. Toronto has Ben Bishop in net. He's played in 4 games, and he has not lost a game so far. He currently has a save percentage of .990.
So he let 1 goal in, basically. Wow.
Well,
not a bad start.
Let's just see how we sim this game out. And we won 4-2. Holy cow.
You screwed up Ben Bishop's whole season.
Hey, we won another game, and it was versus Toronto. That never happens. Again,
maybe we broke the jinx here.
We're getting goals from everybody. This is big for us. And which is one of the really important things with us evening out those times. We're going to have some guys not happy that they're playing as much. But you know what? If it's letting everybody stay a little bit more fresh, getting more shots on net, gotta like that. Milan Lucic is out for 4 days with a skate bite. Lucic.
Basically, he tied his skates too tight.
That sounds like something he would do. Let's be honest. Okay, we have a game. Can Lucic play? He can. Okay, good. Burns is still day-to-day.
And kind of impressive we're doing this without our big free agent signing.
All right. Dougie Hamilton is 1 to 2 weeks away, and Datsuk is 2 to 3 weeks away, so he's healing quickly. Playing the Ducks, again, going to sim a game, and we lose 5-1 versus the Ducks. Guy who gets the game-winning goal, Danny DeKaiser.
I agree. We traded him way back, I think, in this game.
We did, yes.
Did we trade him, or did we just let him walk as a free agent?
No, we traded him away, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, we got a 4th rounder for him. Wow, he got a big contract out of Anaheim. Or is that his original one?
Did we give him a big contract?
5.5. No, I think that's the one the Wings gave him, $5 million.
Was that before? Okay. When's the date on it?
It runs through 2022, and I don't see anything in his history.
Okay, so it probably wasn't.
Yeah, I think that's the actual contract. Yeah, I think that's why we got rid of it, because the contract was so huge.
Yeah. Well, technically, we're gonna have to make some probably more difficult moves if we survive this season too, because we are going to be in a little bit of a salary cap crunch.
Oh, yeah,
but we'll worry about that as the time comes. Game versus Edmonton. Oops. Let's try that again.
I mean, it's not like we have to re-sign anybody big this year. Hornquist and Datsuk going will clear up about $6 million.
And we lose 4-1 versus Edmonton.
Ouch.
So we're back to 3-4 on the season, which isn't too bad. Again, for a brand new tactic, I'm okay with that. And not having Datsuk or Burns playing or Dougie Hamilton, I think we should feel pretty good about that. And Kuznetsov is now hurt with a sore back. Day to day.
One injury after another.
Oh, it's okay.
Carlson get hurt, looks like, for the Senators?
Yes. Burns is 7 days only, though.
Okay.
Burns is ready for full contact. Kuznetsov cannot play, though, so he's going to sit out. And we have to bring Brett Ritchie in. So we'll redo our strategy again. And Henrik Zetterberg somehow found his way onto the top line. I am not okay with that.
Come on, he's got a little gas left in the tank.
We're going to put Dylan Larkin centering. Heeshire will take over the second line. And we'll see how that goes versus Calgary. And we'll send this out too because 3-2 loss. Milan Lucic finally comes through and scores a goal in that loss. So we're 3-5-0, probably heading into November that way. And so we'll get an idea of what our owner thinks of the season so far. Hopefully we haven't lost all confidence already. And we'll hopefully see some development in some of our younger players.
Yeah, I mean, particularly the Grand Rapids ones, there's quite a bit of room left for some of those guys to pick it up. Should take a look at their stats at some point too and see who's doing well.
Yeah. Datsuk will remain skating, or came back skating, so that's good. Everybody but Hornquist went up. So that's good to see.
And looks like there's a Sedin in New York.
Joey Vlano has played in 14 games and has 33 points so far in the queue.
Yeah, that's kind of like what we were looking for from him. Nice.
All right. Nobody else really jumping out, but everybody's moving up, so that's good. Burns isn't ready to go yet. Kuznetsov. We'll leave Matt Murray in net for this game versus New Jersey, and we lose 6-4. That hurts. So we're currently 3-6-0, headed to November 2nd. Again, I think having 3 top players out is kind of hurting us right now, but
yeah, definitely.
We're doing okay. Actually, 4 top players, I guess. Alright, what does our owner think? Burns should be back soon. Good to know. Board confidence. Mike Mercer thinks this season is disappointing so far. You really need to improve the team. The performance the last few weeks has confirmed this impression. Despite the bad performance this season, in general, Mike Mercer is very happy with your work as general manager. So we're actually
still hanging in there, then.
Only lost a little tiny bit off the top, so we're doing okay.
Yep.
Of course, we'd like, hopefully, once we get some of these guys back healthy, we'll make a huge difference. I'll take a quick look. Burns isn't quite healthy. I'm going to hold him out till he is healthy, because I don't want him getting re-injured. Just take a quick look at our scouting to make sure everybody's still scouting stuff. Yep, good. Alright, Matt Murray's down to 1 star, or 1 fire. But we make a good win, and we score 4 goals in the second period to take a 4-2 win. Every single goal is scored in the second period.
Nice.
Mozikin, Zetterberg, Heeshire, Schultz. So, alright. Good. Excellent.
Although it looks like the Ducks aren't doing too well this year, so might have been an easy game for us.
Hey, we lost the first time, we win the next time. Kuznetsov back soon. Good. And Vasilevsky's now hurt with a tender elbow. Let's see if Burns will come back for this game versus Montreal.
It's close.
He might have to come back anyways. Kuznetsov almost 100%. He's coming back in. Scratch player Burns is in. Kuznetsov, which means Brett Ritchie's coming out. Kuznetsov is in, which really helps our center position. And alright. Just keeps wanting to put Dylan Larkin on the fourth line, and I don't know why.
We're so deep at center, though, it's even with guys out.
Yeah, but they put him on the wing on the fourth line. Come on. He's playing first line. Yeah. All right. Let's in this game versus Montreal, and we lose 2-0. Carey Price gets a shutout. That's going to happen.
There might be some space issues with that on smaller resolutions, but possibly. I'll see. It's in his draft history, or if it's in his history already. So it might make sense to have it over there as well.
That is regarding what Gudu Creative and the suggestion of putting his draft.
Yeah, the draft details on the main player screen.
Yeah, just in case you're watching this on YouTube and you're like, I don't know what anyone's talking
True.
about.
Yeah, I forget to. Yeah.
All right, St. Louis. We are going to give Stolarz his first game versus St. Louis, and we'll go continue. And we won 2-1. Way to go, Stolarz. Number one.
Isn't there a way to capture the chat too for stream?
There
in addition to what's
is on Twitch. You can watch it with for 2 weeks. You can watch the stream again with chat replay.
But even on YouTube, though, I've seen Player Unknown Battlegrounds. Guys streaming that, and you can see the chat in there. So there must be some way of.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I have to figure that out. Yeah.
All right, so game versus Montreal again. We will leave. Okay, both of our goalies are hot. We'll leave Murray in net. And we lost 5-0 to Montreal. Oh, wow. Apparently Montreal's got our number right now. So we're 5-8-0. I guess we should take a quick look at the standings, see where we are in the Eastern Conference.
My guess far down, I would imagine.
11th. Nope, we are in 15th place. Oh,
ouch.
No. We're only 5 points out of a playoff spot, so.
Yeah, well, still so much for being the Cup favorites.
Yeah. Thomas Tatar is day-to-day now. Jeez, we're getting hit with injuries.
Yeah. Have a look at Grand Rapids at some point, just to check their scoring and see who's having a good year.
Will do in 1 second.
Yep.
Vasilevsky back soon. Hamilton's back soon. All right.
Do we still have an international team? Did you quit from Belarus? Or?
No, we are still Team Belarus.
Okay. So not sure when the Olympic qualifying is coming up.
I think we're fine. I don't think... we'll want roster, and let's look at stats summary. Oops, wrong one. And so far, Ryan Sproul is leading the team in points. 12 points, or 12 games played, 11 points. Not bad. Bertuzzi's got 8 points in 12 games. Emil Bernstrom's come along with 7 points in 12 games.
How's Luligan doing? I don't see him anywhere. Oh, wow. He looks like he might have been injured for a couple of games.
Or he just hasn't played in every game.
He's 1.5 stars. You would think he'd be in most of them.
In the standings, Grand Rapids is right in the middle of the pack at 7 and 5. So they're doing better than us.
Which isn't saying much.
No. Alright, so Thomas Tatar is out. Alright, I'm going to leave the lines just as the game wants me to put them. We'll see what happens. I'm going to put the times back to where I want them. But we'll have Mozikin on the top line, see what happens. Okay, I'm making one change. Heeshire's moving up to third line. So versus San Jose, we win 6-2. Alright.
Okay, so maybe the AI does know what it's doing with the lines.
I made one change. Zetterberg had a hat trick? Zetterberg had a hat trick.
Hey, told you he still had some gas in the tank.
Awesome. Alright, we're going to see if we can get up to 500 here before we sign off for the night.
Well, not that you just jinxed it now.
Oh, no. We're going to have some guys coming back.
And we are still learning tactics, so I think it's been a rough start, but lots of time to recover and still make the playoffs.
Yeah. Lots and lots of time. Part of the reason why we're not watching any games getting played right now is because we are still learning the tactics, and if we're getting completely destroyed, that's not a lot of fun. Al Montoya gets flipped to Minnesota for a 5th round pick. He was with Washington. Alright. Okay, Hamilton apparently is ready to come back, basically. He's day to day. Oh, so's Datsuk. Ooh, those are big returns. We'll leave them for a bit yet.
Oh yeah, Datsuk sees Zetterberg get the hat trick and thinks he can still do it too.
Okay, here we go. This is what I like to see. 10-1 win versus Chicago. 10-1. 5 goals scored in the third period. Outshot them 44-22. Got 2 power play goals and 1 shorthanded goal. All right. That's what our team needs to do. That is a solid win.
Yeah, that's a nice way to end things up on.
No, we're not ending on that. We are below 500. We are not.
Oh, you're not going to end on that?
No.
You want to break 500 now?
Yes.
How many points does Zetterberg have this year? He's been hot.
Take a quick look at him. Zetterberg has 13 points in 15 games.
Yeah, he's like way up over the last couple of years.
Ratcast woohoo in the chat. Alright, Vasilevsky is back. Hamilton is back. Datsuk is ready to go. Let's get them back in the lineup here. Roster, injured list. Hamilton is back to the active roster. Datsuk is back to the active roster. Alright. Which means Brett Ritchie is scratched. Datsuk is in.
Have to send anybody down?
Yeah, we're one guy over, so we're gonna... Oh man, Matthias Ekholm just dropped. He's down to 2-star potential.
2-star potential?
Yeah.
Or 2 stars overall?
Both.
Oh yeah, he's 28 and he never quite got there to that 2.5-star level.
We might as well get rid of him and keep Vasilevsky.
The other thing is Ekholm's a really good defenseman now. And we are kind of short on those, so it may make sense to keep him in there.
Alright, which is the guy who's Vasilevsky was the minor league guy. Gonna send him back down. Okay, what defenseman's coming out? I think Ekholm's coming out of the lineup.
Yeah, you can try it.
Well, Maxim Chudinov's playing better than him.
Yeah, everybody else is at least 3 stars, so... In the worst case, we can swap one of them, Schultz or somebody, if one of the offensive defensemen isn't doing well for a while.
And the AI has put Datsuk onto the first line. Alright. We'll still move that up. No. Milan Lucic is not playing third line. Sorry, that's just not happening. He'll play third line, and that's fine. Alright, play this game versus New York. It's in the game end. We lose 2-1. Oh! Why? Maybe we should have stopped after the 10-1 win. No, don't say that. We will continue to push, sir. We started a little late, so we'll go a little bit longer. And we lose 5-0 to the Blues. Oh, man.
Okay, so much for getting anywhere near 500.
Oh, 3 games under now. Okay, let's just find a good game to end on here. Tatar is back. All right, so who else is coming out of that roster now? Savennikov. All right, he's going back down to Grand Rapids. Oh no, Hornquist is hurt. I missed that. He's day-to-day. All right, well, Richie dresses then.
It's not like it's a huge loss.
No, but I wouldn't have sent the other guy down.
Nah.
So just dress Brett Ritchie instead. Unfortunately, all our goalies are cold now. Alright. No, Dylan Larkin is not playing fourth line. I'm sorry, it's not happening. We are not very good, not playing very good for possible Stanley Cup champions. Or Stanley Cup favorites, I guess, not champions. And we lose 5-3 to Boston. What is going on? 4 games under 500 now.
Yep.
Maybe it's time to ship Lucic off somewhere. Thoughts?
What do his stats look like this year? You've had him on the fourth line most of the time, I think. So
he's got a couple goals.
Probably not too good.
That's for sure. Let's see. Lucic is currently 18 games played, 9 points, 3 goals, 6 assists.
Better than I thought.
This has just been surprisingly... I'm surprised at how this has went.
Well, we knew it was going to be kind of a rough start, but I mean, there's still room to turn it around.
Absolutely. We need one of our goalies to get hot, too. Matt Murray is 5-11 with an .886 save percentage. That's not very good. Playing versus Buffalo, and we win 4-3. 4-3 Buffalo win. We outshot them 52-14. That's a lot of shots on net.
Yep.
Dougie Hamilton gets his first goal of the year. Brett Ritchie gets his first goal of the year.
Yep.
All right.
Maybe we're finally coming out of it.
All right, one more. Play one more. See what happens. Yes, this is what it's at, people. I just it eats me up. Eats me up a little bit. All right, next week stream we'll be back with the 1970s LA Kings. Jeff, what are we doing in that?
Hopefully contending for the cup. I mean, we've kind of had a disappointing year last year, and if I remember right, we haven't started the new season that quickly, but we still are legitimate cup contenders. And watch for your teams in the league then, so it's a lot easier to win a cup, theoretically.
All right, Adam Lowry is on waivers, so I just put a waiver claim in on him because why not? Have a big, tall defenseman. Playing Florida here. They're 6-11-2, so hopefully this is a game we can lose 3-2, of course. Yep, that's just about perfect.
See, you just had to play one more game.
I do. I have to
Couldn't end it on the high note.
Well, if we get Adam Lowry, that is ending on a high note. Detroit Red Wings.
Not that high.
Adam Lowry off waivers. Hornquist is ready to come back, so we'll just scratch him. Put Hornquist in. Yes, we have successfully claimed Adam Lowry. Nothing else, he could be trade bait. Hornquist is almost 100%, so that's good. Alright, I'm going to put these lines to what I want. Lucic, fourth line. Larkin. Okay, there. Soderberg.
If you're going to put change Lucic down to the fourth line, you may want to change the third line roles for Larkin, because I'm not sure, or Tatar, they might not be the best possible ones for him.
Punishing forward isn't a good one for him?
Not particularly.
How about aggressive forechecker?
Yeah, I'm not seeing a 5'11" guy who's never fought in the NHL as being particularly punishing.
What? All right, we're gonna put Stolarz in net for this game versus New Jersey, because why not? And we win 6-4. All right.
Okay, there we go.
Datsuk gets 1 goal, 1 assist. Mozikin scores. Tarasenko scores. Hornquist scores. Datsuk gets his first goal of the year. That's an important one to get going. Kuznetsov scores. Yeah. And Tarasenko scores again. All right. I think that is where we will end it. And of course,
and hopefully we'll...
Andreas Athanasiou just got hurt, so of course he did. Perfect. All right. We will be back again in 2 weeks with this Detroit game. I might sim ahead a little bit. Because, I mean, there is something coming up in the future where, we might be switching campaigns again. Here. You know what I'm talking about, Jeff?
Yeah. I have no idea. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
FHM4 possibly? Yeah, that's...
Yeah. So, I might advance...
Yeah, we'll see. We're not sure when we're going to be switching over to that, but we do have to wind these games up eventually at some point.
Yeah, so I might advance it a little bit ahead. But all right, thank you very much for tuning in to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. If you want to talk to us about Franchise Hockey Manager and the upcoming Franchise Hockey Manager 4, you can do so on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. On Twitter, we are at Franchise Hockey. You can come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will take you to our official forums, where you can come talk about FHM, Out of the Park Baseball, MLB Manager, or just about anything else you want. If you are watching this stream archived, it is or if you're watching it live right now, you will find it archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments, where you will find every single video we have ever archived. Or done on there is archived. Man, okay, sometimes you just can't do it very well, so I'm sorry about that tonight. All right, Jeff, thank you very much for coming out. Did I miss anything?
No, I think you covered pretty much everything. Thanks everybody for listening, and we will see you next week.